Last week, Pakistan posted a photo on social media claiming it was sending humanitarian aid to flood-hit Sri Lanka. They were waving flags and patriotic captions. Everything looked noble. But then something unbelievable happened. The same photo that was supposed to make Pakistan look good ended up revealing something so embarrassing that Pakistan deleted it within hours. Think about this. A country trying to prove to the world that it's a responsible humanitarian partner ended up exposing that it was sending expired medicine and food packed back in 2022. These items expired in October 2024. By December 2025, they were already 13 months past their expiry date. Here's where it gets crazy. While Pakistan was being exposed for sending spoiled aid to Sri Lanka, it was also making wild accusations against India. Pakistan claimed that India was blocking its relief flights. It even told international media that India was purposely stopping humanitarian assistance. But there's one big problem. None of that was true. Every part of that claim was a lie, and we have proof. Let's break down what really happened. Because this story isn't just about expired biscuits and old medicine. This is about how one country tried to manipulate humanitarian crisis for propaganda, got caught red-handed, and then made up a completely false story to hide what it had done. This is geopolitical warfare disguised as aid delivery. Okay, imagine this. The Pakistan High Commission in Sri Lanka is celebrating. On November 30th, 2025, they post photos showing yellow packets of relief supplies. The caption says, "Always standing together. Relief packages from Pakistan have been successfully delivered to help our brothers and sisters affected by the recent floods." Sounds good, right? Except someone actually looked at the photos carefully, and what they found was damning. Those yellow packets? People online suddenly noticed something strange. Someone zoomed in on the bottom corner of one packet, and there it was, the expiry date. October 2024. Yes, October 2024, and we are standing here in December 2025. Within minutes, screenshots spread like wildfire across social media. Everyone was shocked. This so-called relief aid was more than a year expired. The medicine was useless. The food couldn't even be eaten. And the crazy part, Pakistan's own embassy had posted the proof for the whole world to see. This isn't just incompetence. This is, let's call it, extremely creative humanitarian standards. Pakistan has a track record, a documented history of sending defective, expired, or culturally insensitive aid. Let's go back to 2015, after the Nepal earthquake. A terrible tragedy. Thousands dead, and the country desperately needed help. Pakistan sent tinned beef meals like ready-to-eat MRE packs. Sounds helpful, except Nepal is a Hindu-majority country, where cows are sacred and eating beef is deeply offensive. Nepalese officials and news reports were shocked. People called it insensitive and inappropriate aid. What was meant to help ended up causing anger and controversy. But wait, there's more. 2023 Turkey earthquake. Devastating. Hundreds of thousands left homeless. Pakistan announced, "Look at us. We are sending relief aid to Turkey." But here's the darkly funny twist. Pakistan was sending back the exact same aid Turkey had sent to Pakistan during the 2022 floods. Journalists noticed identical markings and serial numbers on the packages. It was literally Turkey's own aid, repackaged and sent back as new Pakistani aid. What's even more ironic? Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif was personally monitoring these relief operations, making sure everything looked perfect. Instead, it turned into a global embarrassment. Now in 2025, Sri Lanka. Same story, different packaging, expired products. And here's the kicker. When the photos went viral, what did Pakistan do? Delete the post. Wipe it off social media. Pretend it never happened. But why would a country keep sending bad aid? Because they're broke? Because they don't have proper quality control? Or because the goal isn't actually about helping people. The goal is about looking good, about propaganda, about optics. Now here is where the story becomes a masterclass in political manipulation. On December 2nd, 2025, while the entire internet was mocking Pakistan for sending expired food, Pakistan's government made a bold accusation. They went to international media. They said, "India is blocking Pakistan's humanitarian aid to Sri Lanka." Pakistan said, "The special aircraft carrying Pakistan's humanitarian assistance continues to face delays for over 60 hours awaiting flight clearance from India." They claimed India was engaging in deliberate delaying tactics. They said India was repeatedly asking Pakistan to resubmit and reroute flight plans. They also claimed that India was breaking well known international humanitarian rules. This narrative spread. Pakistani media picked it up. Some international outlets reported it. The story became poor Pakistan trying to help, mean India blocking it. But here is the problem, and this is important. Every single detail was false. Let me give you the actual facts. The real timeline, the one Pakistan didn't want the world to see. December 1st, 2025, 1 p.m. Pakistan sends a formal request to India's High Commission in Islamabad asking for overflight clearance. Basically, a diplomatic green light that allows a foreign aircraft to enter your airspace. Normally, these approvals can take 24 to even 48 hours in international situations. But India approved it completely in just 4 hours. By 5:30 p.m., 4 hours later, India approves it, gave full clearance. Officially communicated through diplomatic channels. India's Ministry of External Affairs publicly released this timeline with exact times. Why? Because they had nothing to hide. Because the facts were on their side. India's spokesperson said, given the urgency of humanitarian assistance, the government of India processed the request expeditiously the same day and granted overflight permission as per the itinerary proposed at 17:30 hours on December 1st, 2025. Now think about that. Pakistan claimed 60 hours of delays, but the actual delay is zero. Same day approval, 4 hours from request to yes. This is not just a factual correction. This is a complete demolition of Pakistan's narrative. And that's the actual story, not the one Pakistan was selling. Now, while Pakistan was sending expired supplies and then lying about being blocked, what was India actually doing? Operation Sagar Bandhu. That's the name of India's relief operation. India deployed 80 plus NDRF personnel, professional rescue teams, not just packages and photos. India evacuated over 2,000 stranded citizens using helicopters, coordinating with Sri Lankan authorities. INS Vikrant, INS Udaygiri, INS Sukanya, Indian naval ships were actively deployed. Medical teams, specialized rescue equipment, real on-ground life-saving operations. Quantify this. India delivered 53 tons of verified, fresh, usable relief material. Not expired, not repackaged, not culturally inappropriate. Real supplies that disaster victims could actually use. The shipment included water purification units, medical kits, tents, high-protein food packs and emergency blankets. The exact items Sri Lankan authorities had requested. But this story is bigger than just expired biscuits. It's about a geopolitical pattern. It's about how certain countries operate on the international stage. Pakistan sends bad aid, gets caught, invents accusations against India, claims victimhood, and moves on. It's the same template used repeatedly. In Nepal 2015, in Turkey 2023, in Sri Lanka 2025. And if the world believes that India blocks humanitarian aid, that damages India's reputation. That makes India look like the bad actor. Even though India just approved a flight in 4 hours, that's the real game here. It's not about helping Sri Lanka, it's about undermining India. So what does India actually do when there is a humanitarian crisis? 2004, Indian Ocean Tsunami. India responded immediately. Deployed military assets, sent rescue teams, provided medical support across multiple countries. The region saw India as a savior. 2015, Nepal earthquake, Operation Maitri. India deployed 43 tons of relief materials, search and rescue teams, government support, state government support, NGO support, combined effort worth 400 crore rupees. 2020, Maldives water crisis, Operation Neela. Fresh drinking water, desalination units, direct immediate assistance. 2023, Turkey earthquake. India called it Operation Dost. Professional search and rescue, equipment, medicine, relief supplies. India sent what was needed, not what was convenient. Afghanistan assistance, multiple relief operations, food grain shipments, medicine, medical equipment across years. Here is what India doesn't do. India doesn't send expired medicine. India doesn't repackage old supplies. India doesn't post photos with captions and hope nobody notices the expiry dates. For India, this is a massive advantage. Every time Pakistan tries to make accusations, the world can now point to this incident. Remember when you accused India of blocking aid, and then it was revealed that you sent expired supplies? For Sri Lanka, this is a reality check. When disasters hit, which neighbor actually shows up? Which neighbor sends fresh supplies? Which neighbor deploys rescue teams? Which neighbor doesn't worry about getting credit first? So here's my question for you. Do you think Pakistan will learn from this? Or will we see the same pattern repeat in the next humanitarian crisis? Let me know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if this video gave you new insights, don't forget to subscribe. It really motivates me to create even more for you. Jai Hind.